Now, after house selections, the students were invited to choose their extracurriculars, clubs and activities that would meet.
Mm.
Clubs and activities that would meet throughout the week. Some were structured, others chaotic, but all offered a chance to breathe outside the usual spell work. More importantly, clubs gave students a chance to cross house boundaries, meeting others they may not share a single class with. And for those less thrilled by lectures, they were also the perfect excuse to dodge a few boring lessons. Magical Creatures Club, Magical Creatures Care Club, was all about gentle hands, loud shrieks, and frequent bandaging. Students in this club spent afternoons bottle feeding ghostlings or cleaning up after teleporting raccoons. Misty joined, drawn to the living, breathing chaos, and she wasn't alone. Ava Thornwillow, Jasper Flint, Amani Graves, Rosalind Echo, and Quinn Leorin all shared the same love for the oddly adorable. Misty, why don't you tell us what drew you to this club?
What drew me to this club is having the opportunity to adopt a cute, fluffy creature, like a bunny rabbit
And can
or a
you
fish.
describe who you're excited to raise a magical puppy with in your club and why?
No! No! Ugh. Damn. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. I'll be raising a magical creature with one of these students here.
Not
Not ne-
necessarily.
Oh, okay. If I had to choose,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably choose um fuck. Hold on. That's Ava's pink, Jasper's this one, Imani, Rosalind, and Quinn. Um I'm going to choose wow. I'm gonna go with Imani.
Why?
Um because nah, I lied. I'm gonna choose Rosalind. So we can have the potential of being friends. I could see it.
All right. Now, we have the spellcasting theater group attracted the dramatic, the chaotic, and the spell happy. It's a mix of improv and enchantment. Students reimagine magical history through song, illusion, and glitter explosions. Delilah could not resist the spotlight, and neither could Cambria, Sarah, Ezra, or Kai. Unfortunately, this after school activity did not appeal to our fated four. However, Enchanted Arts and Crafts was quiet, hands on, and deeply magical. Bentley joined without hesitation. Here, glue and spellwork collided in a tapestry of charms and origami familiars. Strangely enough, Ava appeared here too, when she wasn't tending Beast, joined by Noelle, Salem, Nina, and Roman. Bentley, was your decision to join this club logical, emotional, or impulsive?
Bentley, at his point of transition, is trying to find peace and tranquility because they have a lot on their plate and they want to stay calm. So they thought that this club would surround them with people that are very relaxed and very open to just talking with him and not getting him riled up. And then, in terms of some of the things he's interested in learning, he doesn't necessarily have a crafting course that he's taking. So he thought this would be really nice to support his interests because he's very excited to start working with crystals, and he thought maybe there was a craft that could complement that.
And can you describe who you're excited to craft a wedding ring for and why?
Crazy.
There are two face claims in this club that I have officially heard speak, and they're a lot. So if we're just going based off of what I can hope to be good vibes,
You can say Roman.
Ben,
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to at people in the first session, but based on good vibes, he's excited to get to know Ava. Ava's in 2 clubs. That seems really ambitious. And for some of his coursework, he's going to be learning about animal husbandry. So that might be a really good person to connect with and hopefully build a meaningful bond with.
And now, Elemental Blitz was anything but subtle. Equal parts sport and spell combat. It was for those who liked to sweat and spark. Cain and Tim signed up together, both pulled by the thrill. Zeke, Luca, Silas, and Marcy, and Riven rounded out the club, each with magic that burned, shook, or electrified the field. So, Cain and Tim, are sports a place that you feel safe in, or are you already planning your escape route if things get weird?
I think for Cain, it was the club that best matches the energy of the household, the crazy kind of household with so many siblings and people in it. And so to kind of retain and have still that kind of familial, controlled chaos was the sports team.
As for Tim, similar story, but it's more so that he is a hard worker day in and out, and it's kind of the club that he could keep him on his toes. And like I said, this entire thing is about him trying to feel as home as possible to make him comfortable in what's going on here. So a little bit of physical work will be nicer, and plus a little extra competition because he's not necessarily used to that. He's kind of used to being a solo man at home doing what his dad tells him to do. So it'll encourage him to be a little more, I guess, more physical, trying to compete.
Now, could you describe someone in your club that you're excited to tackle and why?
Cain smiles at the fact that there's a couple people here that he's already kind of spoken to and gotten to know a little bit. You know, there's Tim here. There's that guy who fell on his face twice, which is encouraging and unencouraging a little bit for a sports team. Then he sees his housemate Silas, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, definitely. We'll definitely be friends if we're in the same space together. So he's just excited to be in a place where he can already know some of the faces, specifically a housemate where he's going to be able to tackle the year with someone the entire way.
Alright, he's plotting to de-stratify Silas, got it. Tim?
Tim isn't necessarily excited to tackle anybody because he doesn't really care for the, I guess, not the physical aspect of it, but the assault aspect of it. But he does see his classmate Riven. I'm hoping that is my classmate.
I think it
Go
is.
back up here real quick. Give me a second.
I hope that's my classmate.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So he's not necessarily excited to tackle him, but maybe if there is a team-based thing, then he's excited to team with him because that'll be a little more bonding for somebody he's going to see throughout the days. He also sees Cain, and based off of the conversation he had with Romaine, he doesn't feel uneasy because at the end of the day, he kind of just doesn't know either of them. And one is extremely suspicious of the other, and the other person doesn't seem completely out of the normal, so he doesn't really know what to think just yet. but he's gonna see how this goes, and if Cain turns out to be the way that Romaine is explaining him to be, then maybe there will be a little bit of a enjoyment in the physical aspect of this.
Damn. Well, the Mystic House Pride Club wasn't just a club, it was a curated circle. Each member had been handpicked by Professor Naira herself, and all of them were in another extracurricular activity. Judging by the students who were selected, Zeke, Delilah, Amani, Silas, and especially Marcy, it wasn't hard to tell who had risen to the top of the social food chain overnight. Marcy, in particular, had taken to the spotlight like it owed her something, and she already started using it to place pressure squarely on Misty's shoulders. Whether it was rivalry, recognition, or something deeper was yet to be seen. Even this early, it's clear who the rising stars are, and they're from various houses. Is there anyone who already feels like a threat, socially, magically, or otherwise? Question for all, alphabetical order.
That thing Delilah said in passing kind of threw Bentley, because they haven't been in any of the same spaces, but you're already getting the fuckboy tag, and it's like, no, I'm romantic, I swear. It's like, I'm not that, but the more you advocate, the more they're not going to believe you, so it's just, you're sad.
For Cain, you see people like Marcy and Zeke, who are part of Equinoxia and also part of the sports team, and you kind of just see that almost classic, oh, these are the popular jocks who kind of get what they want all the time. So it's just like, okay, I can kind of put a little bit of a, I can understand who these two people are, in some sort of like stereotypical first glance way. So it's just like, okay, those two I should either be friends with or not get in their bad side, on their bad side.
So let me get this name right. Hold on, because there's this other character that I don't trust. It's this redhead. I think their name is Ezra. The way they look, I don't trust them. They haven't said anything, but I don't trust them. And I also,
That's crazy, dog. They haven't spoke all campaign.
I don't care. I don't trust them. Something
Just a
about
theater
them. Nah. They're in Draconia, I think. But then the person next to them, her and Marcy are in the same Equinoxia thing. I don't trust both of them. Honestly, I'm screwed. I'm like a big, tall giant to be tossed around, and I'm going to be tossed around like a rag doll. That's all I have to say.
For clarification, she's intimidated by Ezra and Cambria Steele. Alright, go ahead, Tim.
Yeah.
Tim doesn't really get intimidated pretty often. He kind of worked himself up to be that way in the name of protecting his family, so he never lets anybody get to him. But he still is extremely curious about this, what seems to be one-sided beef between Cain and Romaine. He doesn't want to get involved because he doesn't want to,
You're gonna end up getting involved. I'm so sorry.
He doesn't want to start off on the wrong
with
foot
Romaine.
here. But he is still trying to kind of figure this out. He's, as he was raised, a very curious person. And at the end of the day, as well as he was also raised to problem solve. So he wants to figure out what's going on and see how this can be resolved, because being friends with the person you live with and then meeting somebody Cain was one of the first people he met, and now you're living with the opposing threat to him for whatever reason. He wants to see if there's a way to squash that, and then maybe, especially since Cain is now in the same extracurricular activity as him, there's no way to avoid both of them, and so he'd rather just figure it out.
After signing up for their extracurriculars, the students were handed one final item before being dismissed. A student-issued phone, specifically synced to the SIMP servers. The phone served as their communication hub, schedule keeper, digital wallet, clearance scanner, and overall lifeline on campus. The catch, it wasn't sleek, it wasn't modern. It was a November 2004 Motorola Razr version 3 flip phone. Glossy, chunky, and undeniably outdated. Who even uses these things anymore? How does your character react to being handed a glorified museum piece as their main magical device?
It's so vintage. Oh, you think it's got like snake on it?
Cain, having come from a high-income family, is just like, oh, okay, this school got a lot less cool, but I can make this work. 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 And he starts like trying to figure out how to make it work.
Pulls out his rhinestone gun.
Misty, she's on poverty line, okay? So she doesn't get to get the newest phone edition or whatever. But for her to go all the way back to a flip phone, that's crazy. That's crazy. But she's gonna make it work. She's gonna make it look cute. And figure it out.
Tim, growing up, a lot of the lessons he's learned growing up with his family is to always find value in everything. He puts every day is hard work for him. There's not a single day where he doesn't do things himself, right? When he's in the mines, he's grabbing a pickaxe, he's hitting the rocks. When he's at the forgery his dad made, he's putting everything to cook. So something like a simple flip phone, at the end of the day, it's getting the job done. It's calling people, it's texting people, it's getting his schedule. He's not ungrateful like Cain, he's just chilling. So he actually appreciates he appreciats and doesn't mind at all the older technology here.
He just called you out, man.
Fuck behind you.
Okay, and yet the old tech didn't stop students from immediately forming group chats, trading numbers and texting with rapid ferocity that defied the phone's prehistoric interface. Some unexpected pairs clicked right away. Others were predictable. You only had a few moments to linger before everyone would take to their assigned houses for the very first time. So, does your character try to push their way into an existing group chat? Do the four of you start one of your own? Or would they choose to stay solo? I'll give you guys a few minutes to discuss.
All lines is so funny. Are you telling me they're all mewing in their photo?
Dog, head girlies with Jasper in it.
Hey, why they adding Silas in the title of the group chat?
I think Cain's absolutely gonna try to join the future Valedictorians and Silas, because 3 of his housemates are in there. He would only have a group chat with most of his housemates.
He approaches Romain, because obviously he knows him, and then also I'm realizing that Salem's apparently in this group chat as well, which is the person that approached me earlier. So he definitely wants to get in there. But on top of that, he does not a group chat, but he does end up getting the phone number of Cain, because having both Cain's number and Romaine's number might enlisted him to make his own group chat to figure it out in the future. He doesn't plan to do it immediately, but he definitely wants to do it.
Okay, all right. We'll put a pin in that. Bentley.
Bentley is gonna go to their best friend Kai and ask to, can I join your group chat?
The drama llamas, all right. And Cain is going to attempt to approach that one. The future valedictorian.
He's not getting in there.
And
Hey!
Silas. Misty.
Yo, I was crunching so hard. So I'm gonna go to Rosalind and ask if I can join their healed girlies group chat.
All right, so now we're gonna go in alphabetical again. So please tell us which group your character approaches and why. And does your character choose to talk to one person or approach the group as a whole? And then we'll role play from there.
Bentley would go to the Drama Llamas because their self-proclaimed best friend Kai is there, and they want to get Kai's number. And then if your best friend is Kai, you need to know their friends, because you can all be friends. So you approach them as a group, and it's like, hey, I saw you were making a group chat. I'd be interested in joining. I'm friends with Kai, and if y'all have me, that'd be really cool.
Delilah is obviously the first one to speak up so that she could say who the fuck invited this tool. But then you mentioned Kai, and Kai goes, Delilah, be kind to him. This is my future Pookie.
Huh? Yeah. Absolutely.
You what?
They like look at Kai like they need to talk about a lot, but I'm not gonna mention this in front of their friends. I'm not going to embarrass them.
Kai is going to sidestep beside Bentley, their arms brushing together from the proximity, and he says, "This is my best friend, Bentley. I think we should let him into the group chat." To which Cambria is going to interject, and she says, "Well, I'm all for the more and merrier, but like, is he really even into, I don't know, like the classics, movies, films, actors, social media?" And everyone turns to look at Bentley curiously.
Oh, y'all like movie? I love romance movies. Do we talk about romance movies here?
Kai says, "I bet you do. I bet you love romance movies." Tell us what your favorite romance movie is. Bestie?
Are we talking like classic romances or like just something I thought was really cool?
Cambria interjects and says, "Just tell us your favorite one."
I really liked 50 First Dates. I really like rom-coms. I feel like they're really approachable and they talk about a lot of things in relationships people don't normally talk about in just strict romance movies. Anything with Adam Sandler I think is really funny.
Delilah is just rolling her eyes, saying something along the lines of, "I guess you have to research your material from somewhere." To which Kai says, "See, he watches movies, and, you know, he dresses very dramatically. I think he should be a part of our group chat." And Cambria says that she's in. Ezra just kind of gives like a shrug of the shoulders, not knowing why this has escalated to such an extent. And Delilah just has nothing to say. She just crosses her arms. To which Kai taps their phone 2 Bentley's phone and says, "All right, you're officially a part of the Drama Llamas. And hey, my phone number is in there too. Feel free to text me whenever you want, Pookie."
Jesus Christ.
I will send you a text.
Jesus Christ.
Misty?
It's Cain.
Right. I don't know why I'm all over the place. Go ahead, Cain.
He's gonna approach the group as a whole.
And they're gonna say no.
And he's gonna be like, Silas, fellow housemates, I see you guys making a group chat. I would love to have one with all the people that are in our house.
Oh, let me open this real quick. So, okay. Let me look. That is Nina, Silas, Noel, and Riven. So Riven speaks up immediately as the person who's not, who's not in Draconia. And he goes, yeah, I'm not in Draconia.
Well, if you're in a group chat with people like Noel and Silas, I'm sure you're awesome too.
So I was not originally what you envisioned for your housemate group chat. Just an honorable mention.
No, not at all. I just saw housemates getting together, and I thought, the
Housemates and
get
Riven.
Riven and housemates. How about that?
Right. So when you approach the circle of which Riven and myself was standing in, and you proposed a group chat that excluded me, what was the logic behind that?
Sorry, that wasn't my attention. He kind of hand back on the neck. I wasn't trying to exclude you. I just, I guess it was a starting point to figure out what the group chat was about.
To which Noel is going to interject here and say, well, it's more of a study group than it is a group chat. And from what you said earlier, aren't you not smart?
What I said earlier was I was a fast learner. And I think this group chat could really be cool to have in my back pocket.
So, Cain, ultimately, who do you ask? Because no one's moving immediately. Who do you
I'm
ask
weak.
to add you in?
I'm weak.
he sees Noel and Riven kind of giving him not sincerely this cold shoulder, but it's this guy kind of sucks. And he kind of looks glances over to Silas a couple times, kind of just want to be in a group chat with you.
Wait. Does he look to Silas and say, "I kind of just want to be in a group chat with you"?
No, it's
Party, is that not what he just said?
It's
Listen, Cain, listen.
It's the eye thing. It's
You're making the eye contact thing with him?
Straight, okay? He's straight.
I can already see the 15,000-page Wattpad story. You can't do this.
As a friend, can you help a friend out? That's the glance he's giving Silas. Can you help a friend out?
Can I get a seduction roll?
What do you mean seduction? I'm not seducing anybody.
You're making eye
Emotional damage!
You're making eye contact with him. Give me that juicy charisma roll, because you're trying to hit him with a smolder to get into.
That's not what's happening. It's gonna be terrible.
Rolling nat 20. Nat 20 right now.
Not bad.
Oh my god. Stop. You got him questioning himself.
So, Ribbon is naturally very intense, and Noel is the way that he's speaking. It doesn't necessarily come off as if he's trying to be malicious. It just kind of feels like he's awkward almost. So just to put a little note there. So between these two and their just kind of intense line of questioning, you kind of look to Silas to be like, hey, what's going on? I just want to join a group chat. And Silas looks to the other two and he goes, oh, yeah, come on. It's not that big of a deal. And he takes out his phone and taps it to Cain's phone. See? It was that easy.
Seeing Cain kind of take the control of the situation, he's like, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, don't mind them. They're just a special kind of smart.
Well, thank you all for letting me in the group chat.
All right, Misty. Who do you approach? An individual? Do you approach the group? Walk us through your process.
So at first Misty was looking for Marcy to get her number, but sees that she's in this jawline group chat, and that's not Misty. She don't got a sharp jawline. So, she decides to approach Rosaline again.
I raise you one further. You gaze in the direction of Marcy, and she's looking at you expectantly.
See.
How would you like to proceed?
Guys. I want to be in the healed girlies group chat.
It sounds like Marcy wants to be in the jawline group chat.
Fuck. I mean, fuck. So I'm looking at. So let me get this straight. I look over at Marcy because I'm thinking about, oh, you know what? I should probably get her number. But she's already staring at me.
Exactly.
Oh,
You
God.
made eye contact.
I made eye contact, so I'm gonna have to approach her, I guess.
Alright. Are you locking that in?
Fuck. Hey, hold on, guys. Give me a second. Because, like, I want to be in the healed girlies chat. But I don't know why Jasper's in there.
Maybe he's a girly at heart. What's so wrong with that?
Bro.
They spiritually connect with that cause,
Really?
okay?
I hope later down the road this will come up again. But Misty is just gonna approach Marcy. And Marcy's gonna say, hey, do you mind if I join your group chat? Or maybe can I just have your phone number?
How could you even ask me something so insulting?
Oh.
Of course you can join my group chat. What are friends for? And Marcy, without further thought, just taps her phone to Misty's phone. I'd like to introduce you to my acquaintances. This is Luca, professional, unprofessional. And this is Zeke. I guess he's energetic.
It's nice to meet you both, Misty.
Zeke extends his hand out to Misty. He's standing at a whopping 5'10".
Damn.
And they're and their hands meet with a clap,
Oh God. Okay.
And he says, yeah, Zeke Hollowthorn, straight A's, was previously a part of student council back in high school, college. Some people may refer to me as an overachiever, but I like to think that I'm just living my wildest dreams.
You know what? And that's good. You keep doing you, bro. And they, do the little firm handshake, and she lets go. And what was the other boy's name again?
Zeke.
Zeke. Yes, she looks to Zeke. Hold on. No,
It's
I just spoke to
Luca.
Zeke. It's Luca. Yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry. Dude,
It's okay. So yeah, she looks to Luca and like kind of holds her hand out for him to like shake or, it's nice to meet you too, Luca.
Luca extends his hand to lightly bump his fist to Misty's open hand, and he says, Luca Vale, the exact opposite of Zeke. So, in the event that you find him to be insufferable, hit me up.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
All right, now Tim.
Technically speaking, since it's just Romaine and Salem, wouldn't that not be a group chat? Wouldn't that just be two people texting?
Save them from their folly.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Tim notices Romaine and Salem talking, and he goes to approach them, but then he looks and he sees to the side, he sees Cain just coming back from a group of people. Now he's kind of alone and approachable, technically speaking. And he realizes Romaine isn't looking at him at all now. He's still talking to Salem. So before he heads over there, he decides to take a detour real fast to Cain, because he does want to grab his number just for the future setup of really trying to figure this out.
Man, you just said a lot of acrobatics. Could you go ahead and give me a dex roll to see how stealthily you can carry out this ploy of yours?
So that's gonna be your dex.
So, just to help you out, Max, your dex is a -1. So you can do the same thing you did earlier and then put -1 at the end.
So roll
No.
d20 -1.
Roll one
Exclamation
d20. Yeah,
Roll space 1d20 -1.
-1.
Does the -1 go together, or is there a space in between the d20 and
Just together.
Goes together.
Okay. Fuck.
Oh my.
I feel like that's not good.
You didn't check.
Oh,
That is
man.
true. You didn't.
So
pull.
what actually happens in this moment is that you start walking to Romaine while he's talking to Salem, and from over Salem's shoulder, he catches a glimpse of you around the same time you catch a glimpse of Cain, and he sees that exact moment where you do a 180 to walk to Cain instead. Continue.
Just I don't notice him doing that, right? I don't notice him seeing me.
You don't.
Okay. So I approach Cain, hoping that he doesn't see me, and I say, I walk over to him and say, "Hey, do you mind if I get your number real quick? I don't want to join any group chats or anything right now. I want, you're one of the first people I met, and it'd be, cool to just have your number down for the future."
Oh, sure, man. And he mimics the gesture that Silas did and kind of like taps the phone. That should work, apparently.
Yeah, all right, I got it. Thanks. I'll be back. I'll text you if anything. I just, I'm gonna just grab a couple people's numbers, just people I'm familiar with. So I head to other couple people too. So, but yeah, I'll see you around.
Yeah, you're cool, man. Go ahead.
And with that, he quickly walks away from Cain, not realizing he was already caught, and directly to Salem and Romaine. And he approaches them with,
as you turn away from Cain, it's at this moment that you see that Romaine's giving you the look.
okay. Alrighty. Alright. I'd rather just not know. Okay. He turns around from Cain and looks at Romaine in shock, realizing that he was caught. But he, as awkward as the situation is, he was like, okay, well, Romaine didn't necessarily say I couldn't do this. He said to watch my step, and I'm being very careful. So, trying to brush off the very awkward moment that he just had, he still does approach them, and opens with, "Hey, I didn't expect you two to be talking. You're the only two people I really met throughout this whole thing. So it's pretty interesting to see you two communicating. Do you guys want to start a group chat since there's only two people and you guys aren't in one yet?"
The technicality, bro.
He said, "Hey, since you're both fucking losers, you want me to save you?"
I'm gonna rephrase that. Hey, do you guys want to start a group chat? Maybe two people I actually know. So maybe we can start one. And
No, we're starting. Just go with it.
You did good. You'll be the leader of this group chat.
All right.
Assert dominance, bro.
I think she's dying right now. Give her a second. She's probably dying right now.
Alright, I'm here.
Leave me alone.
Let's get back to how you told them, "Hey, you're both fucking losers. Let's start a group chat."
I definitely didn't say it like that.
I can't be.
To which Romaine is going to say, oh my god, a group chat? Question mark?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you're the only two people I really know here. Just to point out the elephant in the room, I am taking your advice. I'm being very safe. I just wanted his number, just in case anything happens. So don't worry. Back onto the main topic. You two are the only people that I really know, considering you are in the same house as me, and Salem, you approached me earlier, so clearly there's a little bit of a friendly dynamic here. So I thought maybe we could all, then since you two are already talking, thought maybe we could start one and communicate together. I don't know what that means. A little scary. All right.
Welcome to the random DM roles that you don't know about.
I feel like they're just gonna say no.
You never know. You never know. The DM is
Salem,
gathering.
Salem is going to say, "Oh, is that what everyone's doing?" As they look around and realize that people are kind of touching phones, exchanging numbers and things like that. A kind of frown comes across their face, as if this moment of social connection between everyone had went entirely over their head. And had they known that's what everyone was doing, maybe they would have tried a little harder to network themselves. However, they do look to Tim at recognizing that he has come to kind of bridge that gap of what they didn't know, to which they smile and nod their head and say, yeah, I'd love to be a part of a group chat. And then they both look to Romaine. And Romaine is going through something mentally, but outwardly they don't let that be revealed. They just kind of do a little half shrug of their shoulder and say, "Whatever you two want to do." Tim, what would you like to name your group chat?
You have the power. You have the power.
Success.
No.
Timothy and the Bakers.
Timothy's the boss.
Timothy and the Bakers.
I don't have that much of an ego. So his name isn't Timothy, it's just Tim.
Timothy.
Damn, I didn't think I was gonna be put on the spot again. Hold on a second. All right, I got it.
Okay.
So, all right, guys, this is what I was thinking. Right? What if we just call it Friends for now? And if one of you two maybe think of a different name on down the road, then we can change it. I think for now we should just make the group chat, and what is a name really, right? So I think we could just we're all friends here, so I think that's a perfect idea. What do you think, Romaine? Guys, my ego is not that big.
Romaine?
I appreciate all of your I really appreciate all of your suggestions here, but
Romaine's brows are going to furrow together, kind of just confused by the question, mostly because, kind of to what Tim has said, the name of a group chat doesn't really matter, and it's emphasized when they speak and they say, when you make a group chat, doesn't it just say our names? So it just be our names. We don't need to change it. It's not that serious.
I love the enthusiasm, Romaine.
Wait, no, hold on. It's Tim, Roman, and what was the other name?
Salem.
Salem.
So do TRS. Each initial of your first name as the group chat name. So Tim, Roman, and what was the other name again? Salem, bro. Salem.
Tim.
Or call it Trigger.
Club hater.
Trigger.
Club hater.
Well, what a good idea, Romaine. Salem, what do you think we should name our thing? Because I'm Friends is not terrible. We could just name it nothing. Any suggestions here?
Let's name
anything's
it.
I bet.
Let's name it Constellation, because we're all stars in the sky, and if we make any future connections, they'll just be a part of our constellation.
Wow.
I am completely down with that. Romaine, I know you're not really big on names here, apparently, but do you agree?
Romaine is going to ask. If you like it, I like it.
Alright, it's settled. Constellation it is.
Alright, congratulations in taking control of this group of friends. Or ascending to a leadership role. Alright, let me just put that in my little book. Woo! Man, I laughed so much, bro. Now, after a long day... After a long day filled with travel, sorting, and speeches, and awkward introductions, everyone is more than relieved to finally be escorted to their separate houses. This is where their bedrooms are, personal, quiet, and tucked safely within the walls of their new magical home. Here they can breathe, unpack, and maybe even sleep. The first day of lessons begins tomorrow, and for now, all that's asked of them is to rest. So, what is something that you wish you had said today but didn't? Alphabetical order.
Let me see. There was somebody who kept tripping over everything, and I wish I talked with them. What was their name? They're the one with the shaved head in the eyeshadow.
I think that's Luca.
Luca?
Yeah.
Yeah, Luca looks like they could have been really fun to talk with. So I regret not speaking with some more people, but I'm happy with who I managed to speak with.
Cain, for first day, he doesn't know how it went. He there's a lot of weird people out here. So he's just trying to get a beat on how to operate a place like this. And he looks at the flip phone and remembers about his old phone, and he's like, "Damn, I should have left my location wrong for my brother." He's gonna be so worried. He kind of like gets into his, like, the whole, "Damn, I didn't really tell my family where I was going, so now they are probably all don't know where I am," which is a lot of people.
So the question was, who do we wish we were able to speak to?
I guess it's more so, is there anything you wish you did during the day that you didn't do?
Yes, that exactly.
Okay. So, during the day, I think I'm fine with the decisions that I made. If anything, I wish I spoke to, I think his name is Rivian, the blonde one. Or I wish I still want to join this healed girlies chat because it's so crazy that Jasper's in it, man. Like, I really want to know what's going on in there, and I'm going to find that out.
Do you have like a crush on? You're very fixated on them being there, and I'm interested to know your angle for that.
I just want to know.
You just want to know?
I just want to know.
What are you willing to do to know, though? You know?
I'm willing to drink the secret sauce.
Crazy.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Tim actually feels pretty satisfied with how everything went today. It started off pretty nerve-wracking. Obviously, he's still kind of a little foggy up there, but through distractions of not only inserting himself into sort of a group chat and starting it, but also, doing his little investigative work, getting Cain's number, and even squashing a little bit of awkwardness that might have came from Romaine. He's actually feeling pretty optimistic, and he's hoping that he can keep this going and not let the roadblock hit him.